Hello, world. You're listening to Business Podcasting Made Easy on the number one global business talk and news network on the internet, IBGR, International Business Growth Radio. Welcome to the TV talk show formula, where you get a roadmap to elevate your authority and expand your visibility with a TV talk show that you're proud of. I am Donna Cundy, co-founder of the IBGR Network, global radio authority and podcast expert, and producer of over 14,000 podcasts.
And I'm Declan Oseguera, TV producer and international TV talk show host. And my TV talk show formula has impacted over 100,000 lives globally and gives business owners and entrepreneurs a simple way to be seen and heard with their own purpose-driven message. And we are your hosts for this 13-week journey. And before we jump in, remember that if you want direct live support from us for your TV talk show, then contact us today at tvtalkshowformula.info. And this week we are walking through an easy to follow, proven plug and play way to get your TV talk show done 13 minutes at a time in just 13 weeks. That's really incredible. So follow the formula each week, and welcome to the show.
Yes, week 8 of 13 is what we're launching right now of the 13 weeks. Oh gosh, week 8 of 13. Launching your show. We're finally getting to launching your show. Next 4 episodes, we're setting the stage for the birth of your TV talk show. In this episode, number 29, it's about crafting your show concept. In episode 30, we'll talk about the power of branding. In episode 31, it's mapping out your season strategy. And in episode 32, igniting curiosity and unleashing influence, you're going to announce your brand new TV talk show. This is coming off the heels of week 7. If you missed it, you can go back and listen at tvtalkshowformula.com. Last week was broadcast your brilliance, simple video formats that build authority. So you want to go back and listen to episode 25, captivating your audience with the Did You Know marketing video formula. Episode 26, revealing the human side, harnessing the power of the slice of life marketing videos. Episode 27 is about empowering your audience with the curiosity creator, and wrapping up that week was episode 28, inside the interviewer's mind, researching guests and building authority, which takes us now to today's episode 29, crafting your show concept, serving your audience's needs. Whew. We've covered a lot.
We have.
And we're keeping going.
We have more to come. Yes.
Yeah. Alan Cohen is our quoter.
The guy we're quoting.
For this episode, Alan says, when your intention is clear, so is the way.
I love that.
I do too. It's all about intention. This whole week, all 4 of these episodes is about being intentional.
Yes,
right?
We will see that word come up more than once through these next 4 episodes. Yeah, and that's really the key to what we're doing next. And this is not the first time we've talked about intention, right? The entire series started off with a discussion around knowing your purpose, knowing your intention. And so here we are again, because when you are clear about what your show is going to be about, then guess what? The people who are meant to watch it are going to be clear about why they should be watching it, right?
Yeah. Because have you ever gotten like hooked into watching something, and at the end you're like, oh my God. I think I was just doing some research for what you and I were when we were preparing this, and they were talking about Game of Thrones. And if you think about the big letdown at the end of Game of Thrones, people were talking, whether you watched it or not, you probably saw or heard some of that rumbling.
I heard. Yes, there was outrage. Whatever channel or station it comes on service, I didn't have it. And so I have not watched Game of Thrones, but I heard all about it. Yes.
Yeah. And so it's all about clarity for your audience. They don't want to go, WTF just happened.
Exactly.
And so what you need to know when you're crafting your show concept and serving the needs of your audience, Declan, what are some of the things that we want our listeners and our audience to know?
Okay. It's a really good idea, by the way, that if you're not already, you want to take notes because we're going through a lot of pieces of building your show. Like we're really launching your show now, people. We're very excited to be sharing this with you. And I do want to say that, leading up to now, it's all been about launching your show, but we've been kind of building blocks, right, for getting clear about what you do and who you are and why you're an expert, understanding how to be on camera, helping you to build your confidence being on camera, giving you formats of how to talk about what you do. And all of that was to get you here. And so there are three things that you want right now to get clarity on for both you and your audience. And oh, there's that word again. It's time to get clear about your intention. And so what does this mean in this context is, what's your intention for your show, right? So I'm going to take a little step back. We're talking about you creating your show now.
Yeah.
And so the underlying, the foundation of that is, what is this show for, right? What is your reason for doing it? So that's your intention, but also
It's
the other
your
side
TV
of
talk
that,
show.
your TV talk show. Yes. What is your, the other side of that coin is, what is the intention that you have for your audience? What do you want them to get out of being a member of your audience? The second thing is your audience, specifically, who is your TV talk show for, right? Who is the audience? We've already done your target audience work in previous episodes, so you've actually done this part. So you're ahead of the game. And then the third thing that you want is a succinct way to describe your show. I call it a synopsis.
Synopsis.
We had trouble spelling this way. I did earlier too. Synopsis, right? It's your show description, but with maybe one or two lines. So, by the way, if you've already been following the influencers formula,
Yeah.
you can go back to season 11, episode 14, called "Every Podcast Must Have These Two Messages," and we talk about synopsis there too. Synopsi? What's the plural?
Yeah, and it's this idea that you have you're always giving a message, and so you as the person is your brand, is the concept of kind of your show, and that's the big overarching theme. And then you have every episode has a message as well. For those of you that are following us on TV talk show formula, we always lead in this promise of becoming a person worth watching. How can we say to become a person worth watching? Well, because you and I, Declan, are always getting specific and being intentional about going back to that, and
Yes.
it's kept us on path. It
Yes.
The GPS kind of recalculating.
Yep.
Because it's that important.
Exactly. And this is why we're starting as the foundation is around that intention, because it's always what you're going to go back to. And when you're veering off of that, then while it may sound great what you're talking about, it's going to be a disconnect for your audience, right? And knowing that who your audience is and what you believe they want to have from you, you want to always be moving in that direction. I want to say something else about the synopsis, your description, short description. You going forward will be using this a lot. You'll be using it to invite guests. You'll be using it to send emails to talk about your show. When you start to say, "Hey, I have a TV talk show. Did you know I'm a TV talk show host?" When you start talking about this, because you will, because we might be asking you to, people are going to say, "Oh, what's your show about?" And it's sort of the elevator pitch, right?
Yeah.
You have this clear, easy chunk of 2 lines maybe or so. And then they're likely going to say, "Oh, tell me more." And then you can expand from there, but it needs to be clear and succinct. So
Do it
That's what's
now. Take
that's
the time right now to do that. Sketch out your initial
exactly.
thoughts on your TV show intention, your target audience, and the brief synopsis. It will evolve. I have to cough. Hold on.
You're allowed.
Thanks. Not into the microphone though. That's another episode.
That's a different episode.
But yeah, it will evolve as you go, because you and I are continuing to get clarity even as we're going through this show, and that's kind of our
Yes.
measuring point of who is our audience, who are we talking to. We could be talking to brand new business owners who want to launch a TV talk show. We could be talking to entrepreneurs who are taking their first step into this space of amplifying their voice. Or we could be talking to business podcasters who now want to have a TV talk show, which I think makes a lot of sense if you're following me.
Exactly.
Into this whole plan. And so that's kind of what we're thinking, is that for you, what is your intention for now transitioning into a TV talk show?
Yeah. And what you're saying too, and I know we're running out of time already.
Oh my gosh.
We know who our audience is, and that's what you were just saying, right? So we know and who we believe is following what we're doing, and so the way we're speaking about how to do this is in a different way than if we were speaking to people who are brand new to starting their first business, right?
Yeah, different focus, different emphasis.
Different emphasis, exactly. So here's what we are inviting you to do, because you need it as you go into the next episode with us. You can download a copy of the show planning blueprint, and you're going to be filling this in with your TV talk show information. And what that is your synopsis, your audience, and your my brain, your what is the first thing we do? Oh,
Intention.
your intention. I did it backwards. Intention, audience, synopsis, right? You'll see blanks for you to fill in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, do that. Download it. It'll be attached to the show notes. So when you go online, or as you're subscribing to tvtalkshowformula.com, you can find it. Just scroll and look for episode 29, Crafting Your Concept, Serving Your Audience's Needs. We'll have a copy of that for you to do your homework. This is going to wrap up episode 29. I am Donna Cundy.
And I am Declan Oseguera.
Thanks for listening.